Good evening. Campaigners have been protesting against a third runway at Heathrow. They're unhappy about possible airport expansion and the effects it will have on climate change. Heathrow says the protest was carried out by a minority and its development plans would meet tough emissions targets. Here's our transport correspondent Mike Pearce.
A day of protest at Heathrow. At Terminal 2 they laid on the floor pretending they were dead. It's in protest at emissions they say will come with a third runway. Meanwhile, others took to their bikes in another protest. Any chance of disruption was never going to be possible because of a massive police presence. Those here say the scheme is bad for the environment and those under the flight path.
If this airport gets expanded, not only will it be devastating for the local communities who will be displaced, who will have to deal with the local noise and air pollution, this will also mean catastrophic climate change for hundreds of thousands of people all over the world.
We're constantly affected by night flights and flights all through the day. And when they talk about the fact that they're going to be increasing the flights, the added pollution in the area is just too much.
I've come for my children and my grandchildren basically because I want the world still to be an inhabitable place for them, and the way we're going it's not going to be inhabitable in not very long time at all.
The emissions that the next runway would bring is just ridiculous. I think we need to stand up and say no.
Heathrow say the £17 billion scheme will create 70,000 local jobs and boost the economy. This week they revealed plans for 25,000 more flights ahead of the new runway and promised earlier environmental benefits.
What we're proposing to do is to move from the first plane coming at 4:30 to come in at 5:30. We're also, people want more local jobs, and under these proposals we are proposing to have up to 5,000 additional jobs at the airport from 2021, which we will work with local authorities to ensure that as many as possible of those jobs go to local people.
But if the scheme goes ahead, protests like these will become a way of life. A decision is due towards the end of the month. Mike Pearce, ITV News, Heathrow.
A man's undergone emergency surgery after being stabbed in broad daylight in Bournemouth. He was found with serious injuries on Regent Drive in the Little Down area of the town yesterday afternoon. The man, who's in his 20s, was stabbed in the chest. Police are appealing for witnesses. Detectives searching for two men who abducted and sexually assaulted a teenage girl in Oxford have released descriptions of the offenders. The 14-year-old was forced into a silver hatchback car on Wednesday morning on Banbury Road in Summertown. One man is described as in his 20s, 6 feet tall with shaved dark blonde hair. He's believed to have a northern accent. The second has brown hair and is in his late teens or early 20s. Police say the victim is being supported by specially trained officers. And there is more on this story and the rest of the day's news in the Meridian region on our website, itv.com/Meridian. Detectives will be speaking to drivers and pedestrians tomorrow, a week after a serious assault on a 69-year-old man in Gosport who later died. Roy Galvin hit his head on the road following a dispute with a cyclist. He died 3 days later. A man's being charged with manslaughter. Concern is growing for a teenager from Sussex who's gone missing. 16-year-old Bonnie Clark was last seen at 11 o'clock on Monday night. Detectives believe she may be in the Brighton area. She's described as white, about 5 feet 10, with shoulder-length blonde hair. She wears glasses and has a Welsh accent. Anyone who has seen her or knows where she is asked to contact Sussex Police. A company in Sussex that makes dairy products has been fined £8,000 for polluting the River Curd in Billingshurst. Crouchlands Farms Limited allowed dirty water and diluted slurry to contaminate the water over an 8-mile stretch. Fish and river life were affected by the pollution. On to football now, and it was a busy day for the teams here in the Meridian region. In the Premier League, Bournemouth drew 2-2 with Watford. In the Championship, Reading were at home to Derby and drew 1-1. And Brighton beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-1. In League One, Oxford United faced Bolton. Final score there, Bolton 0, Oxford United 2, while Swindon drew 1-1 against Shrewsbury. And in League Two, Crawley beat Blackpool 1-0, and Portsmouth at home to Doncaster lost. Score there, Doncaster 2, Portsmouth 1. Well, time now for the all-important weather forecast with Luke Castiglione.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello again. Further heavy showers clearing away through this evening ahead of a chilly night tonight, and tomorrow will definitely be the better day of the weekend, dry with some decent sunshine on the way for all of us. So under clear skies after midnight tonight, temperatures really taking a tumble down to single figures, even cooler in rural spots, and with lighter winds tonight we'll see pockets of mist forming in prone areas. But that means a glorious start to tomorrow morning, dry, bright, crisp, a bit on the chilly side, a bit more fair weather cloud bubbling up for the afternoon, but with light winds it will feel pleasant in the sunshine, highs of 16 degrees.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
That's it from the weekend news team here at Meridian. We're back tomorrow evening at 6. Do try to join us then if you can. In the meantime, have a good evening. Bye-bye.